morning, and thank you for joining us for the annual Mayor's Prayer Breakfast. The Mayor's Prayer Breakfast is one of my favorite traditions in the City of Independence, and I'm so grateful that you chose to join us today. As always, the program today focuses on gratitude and those things in our community that bring us joy, beauty, inspiration, and a sense of community. We're going through tough times, and we have made great sacrifices this year. Our family traditions and our cherished community events have been altered or canceled. And I'm so grateful that you took some time this morning to join us, and I hope that you leave today feeling hopeful and inspired.
Hola familia, Carlos Vides les saluda desde la ciudad de Independence, de parte de la alcaldesa de Independence, Missouri. Para los ciudadanos de Independence, Missouri, Eileen Weir quiere asegurarse que ustedes están pasando felices días de festivos y que estén en armonía con su familia, en oración y cuidando nuestras familias y asegurándonos que todo esté en buenas cosas. Como siempre, ella quiere asegurarse que ustedes cuenten con la alcaldía de Independence, Missouri. Cualquier cosa, ella está a su orden. So ya saben, feliz días festivos. Que Dios los bendiga.
As we are in this season of Thanksgiving and gratitude and being grateful for all the many blessings and people that are in our lives that mean so much to us, I can't help but be grateful for probably our most prized treasure here in the Independence community, our children and our youth. This message is for the kiddos. On behalf of the entire City of Independence, your Independence School District, and all the community partners who love and support you, we are so incredibly proud of you. Okay, so let's play the tape back. This year, 2020, has been one for the record books. Just think about it. For many of you, you started the year in your safe places and spaces, going to class, going to school, seeing the people who love you, who care about you the most, who help you to learn, your teachers, your principals, your counselors, your school psychologists, your family school liaisons, all of those people. Your teammates in your sports and activities. You learned with them, you played with them, you were in close space and connection with them. And then all of a sudden, complete disruption. For many of you, those things that you did and the things you love to do coming to school just almost stopped immediately. You had to go inside for a long period of time. You had to do your work inside. You became like little office people with your computers and your Chromebooks and your laptops at your dining room table. Your classroom became your kitchen table. You did your best to listen and follow the instructions and the guidance of your parents and the adults that care about you. Wear your mask, wash your hands, keep distance from the friends that you love. So you did your best, really striving to work hard and still get that homework turned in on time and be good citizens and stewards at home, being respectful and obedient and helpful to your parents and the adults that you live with at home. And for many of you, you jumped into the community. You volunteered, handing out everything from food and supplies to children and families and other folks within our neighborhood who needed those things the most during the pandemic. I mean, wow, you guys have done so much. We are totally amazed by your strength, your bravery, and your courage. So if you hear or learn nothing more about what I say today, we love you, we see you, we value you, we care about you, but we are so incredibly proud of you. And you will get through this. This won't last always. Eventually we'll come back out. We'll get back out in our parks and our spaces and to our sports and back in our classrooms. So as you go forward and you look back on this year, 2020, remember, you exercised and stretched not only this muscle, your brain, your mind power, your confidence, but also this muscle, your heart. We've asked you to do some incredible things, and you've done them with a great spirit and a great attitude, and we thank you for that. You have built something that's called great resilience. Resilience is that superpower ability to bounce back in the face of and on the other side of high stressful situations or crisis, a pandemic. You have built great resilience. We love you. We are here for you. We support you, and we are so incredibly thankful and proud of you.
Good morning, I'm Brad Speaks. Welcome to the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast. In the true spirit of the prayer breakfast, as most of you know, it's always at the crack of dawn. And so in the true spirit of that, I am meeting here to record my segment at 6:30 a.m. and literally not a soul here except for Steve, the city's videographer. So with literally no one in the audience, my jokes will fall just as flat as they would in real life. Cue the laughter. Here to talk about community today, all jokes aside. We live in a wonderful city, a city with history and spirit that goes way back. And oftentimes we look with nostalgia at days gone by, and I think sometimes it's important to take a step back and say, we have a future in front of us. And that's what's important about community, is communities pulling together, encouraging each other, making the choice to be together on purpose and forge that new tomorrow. It's well known that I love Independence. I did not grow up here, but it's been my hometown for many, many years, and of course my family is from here. And what I love about Independence most changes from day to day. It just depends on my mood and how I'm feeling, what's going on in town. But there are some things that I think we can say are what I love most about Independence. And so I've assembled the top 10 list of what I love about Independence as of today for the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast. Number 10, Independence is full of crazy characters, flamboyant, slightly insane, randomly shouting stuff out and inappropriate behavior. I'm referring, of course, to the Chamber of Commerce, my favorite. Number 9, the revitalized square. It is in progress, and there are now multiple bars. My favorite. Number 8, Inglewood. You may think I'm referring to Inglewood Arts, the Inglewood Art District, the effort to renovate the old doctor's building, the comprehensive mental health building, to bring a real arts center to Independence. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the cafe, the Inglewood Cafe, flat out my favorite. Number 7, 23rd Street. It's its own thing, man. Number 6, the Event Center. It's not just for hockey anymore. I got tested for COVID there. Number 5, the Farmers Market. They said we were crazy. They said it couldn't be done, but it's built, it's in operation, and it's great for the uptown. Number 4, churches, churches, and more churches. This is on a serious note. In the middle of this top 10 list, churches make this community better. And there's all kinds of churches for all the many types of people here. Whether you go to church or synagogue, whether you are Buddhist or any other religion, Independence is a great place to be for people that believe in something bigger and better than themselves. Number 3, cultural diversity and differing opinions. And that's okay. We're all different. Some of us are very different. You are, I mean, not me. I'm fine. Seriously. Why? What did you hear? Number 2, Santa Caligon. We couldn't have it this year, and that made people that usually criticize it or make fun of it miss it even more. I know you miss it. And that feels good to say right about now. But next year, Santa Caligon. And the number one thing I love about Independence, the inevitable post on a page such as Independence Community Awareness or other such pages where about twice a week somebody from Independence posts, "Did anybody hear that boom?" I want you to know that boom was us, Independence. It's us being awesome. From my vantage point, I do see the awesome in Independence in so many ways. Long involvement with the Chamber of Commerce, I poked a little fun at a little bit ago, with the EDC, civic organizations, service clubs, church. I really see the best of Independence all the time and in so many ways. At this time of year, we talk about Thanksgiving, and it's easy to focus on the thanks part. If you give me a turkey, I say thanks because I have received a turkey. But what about the giving half of that word, Thanksgiving? What about the giving? That's an action part. That's something that we do. So how do we give? We volunteer. We volunteer at church, in civic organizations, charitable organizations, of which there are many and much needed. We volunteer, we give our time, our talent, we give of our treasures. We contribute as best we can. And we make our town what we are. What do we want our town to be like? The old adage, be the change you want to see, is so very, very true. And we can each ask ourselves that. Who am I, and what do I bring to the table? What do we want from Independence? A better place to live, a better place to work, a better place to do business, to raise our families, to participate in community life such as it is, even in COVID times. We are a city with a future, with people that contribute, and who want to make a difference in the lives of others. So at the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast, it's tradition at its best. Even though we're not in the basement of the auditorium at 6:30 a.m., this event is filled with meaning, the meaning that we give it. We celebrate community. We do that together, even online, via the wonders of technology. We share the good news of all the good things that are happening in our city, and we're creating a better tomorrow, you and me together, with our elected officials, with so many dedicated servants chipping in and helping. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad, Meredith, Carlos, and Mitch, for that great message this morning. I wish you and your families and everyone in the City of Independence a very happy holiday.